Lexi, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Yo, people, what you telling me? Back again for another one. Noisy neighbors. DAPS, what you telling me, bro?
You good?
Yeah, I'm all right. I ain't spoken to you lot since.
No, we conveniently
the Club
didn't do
World
last week's show, innit?
Yeah, this ain't even the new studio. This is the old studio. I just don't have the green screen up because it's at the new studio. So this is the old studio. I'm still at my old place, innit? I'm in between moving. So
You're moving, yeah?
Yeah, so the new studio is at the new house. This is still the old chair. Remember, I got a new chair. So, which reminds me, bruv, this is gonna be gone tomorrow. How the fuck am I gonna work? I didn't even think of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting rid of this chair and the desk and that and the lights and all that. My guy's coming to take them because I need to clear this house out. So, yeah, bro, I didn't even think about that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna have to make it work tomorrow, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to make it work tomorrow. I might need to drive up to the new gaff to work, bro. I got busy
You
days
moving
tomorrow.
far?
Bro, I'm gonna be next to you, bro. I'm gonna be near you.
What, how near?
Near, as in within 20 minutes, I reckon.
Oh, shit. Okay, we'll speak offline.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I know
I'll be near
you're looking up here, but
Yeah. So
makes
I'll be
sense,
near
innit?
you, bro. Yeah, I'll be near you,
Nice,
bro.
nice.
You know what I mean? So yeah, quality, man. Big up everyone. Message standing stream. Nah, bro. Bruv, I got a standing desk in the new place, bruv. So I don't
We
know.
got one
Some
in the
days I might be
new.
on. Some days I might be on the walking pad if I need to get my steps in, mate. You know what I mean?
Bro,
So
you know what? I see when I first started doing YouTube like 4 or 5 years ago, and I was out in my man cave before I moved into the studio. I stood up for everything, yeah. And I used to get people like, "Oh, why is DAPS standing up? Why is DAPS standing up?" It's good, you know what? Especially for people like you that does bare shows, yeah. It helps keep your energy high.
100%.
100. All you have to do is look at anything like any sales job, like look at traders, yeah, who are just there, stood up all the time, like because you keep your energy. Ours does that as well, but we haven't really used it too much yet.
Yeah.
I think we probably will when we start doing watch-alongs in the summer.
That's it.
In the season.
100%. So yeah, bro.
Oh, by
I
the way,
might just.
sorry. Where was Cass put? See, this guy keeps putting fucking pictures up.
Cancer, no, that's iconic though.
Yeah, iconic. But it can come down very quickly.
When
When I'm looking at my screen and I see a
I looked
picture
in the
of
mirror,
that,
he's like, hold on, what's
who the
that red
fuck is
thing?
that?
Yeah, bro.
Get out.
It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, like the new studio looks crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's one of them ones, guys. I can't lie. That might be a tomorrow thing. I think I'm gonna have to go up there tomorrow still. Because that would make sense now. I wasn't planning to, but I need to. So yeah. The stream tomorrow should be from the new gaff. So yeah, man, big up everyone inside, man. I ain't spoken to you lot since you lot went out of the Club World
Bro,
Cup.
I think we did. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, Bo, we did the show a couple of hours before we went out the Club World Cup, and I was in. Bo, I thought I was going to a trophy parade.
Bro,
Bro,
it's mental.
it was bro, and you know what? It was a very, very harsh reminder. And obviously, like, so you've got the fans that are saying, "Oh, it's all right. It was a pre-season friendly," you know, like straight away the positives. Oh, you know what? Now we get a month off. We actually get a pre-season. All of that. But for me, firstly, I wanted to win the Club World Cup. But secondly,
why not? Yeah.
Bro, there we go. Why not? Why not? Right. But secondly, it's about how we lost it. Yeah. And it was the fact that we lost it by showing a reminder of what we were like at our worst last season. Yeah. If we would have lost it because of two goals that like weren't counter-attacking football, weren't from transitions, weren't from Ruben Diaz being too slow at the back, weren't from a million things, yeah, then I would have just gone, all right, cool, we lost the game, is what it is. It's the fact we lost, and it just straight away was PTSD back to, like, last season. Reminder of when we were 3-0 up against Feyenoord, and we drew 3-3, or getting cooked by Tottenham 4-0, and all these games where we concede one goal and then we crumble. And the worst thing is, yeah, the First half, we were in complete control. In fact, to be fair, most of the game we were in complete control, but that's irrelevant, yeah? Their first attack, beginning of the second half, they score, and then straight away Pep goes, and you can see that it's not just us that got PTSD. Pep got instant PTSD. The minute he scored, 2 defenders on and a DM. Why? Because he knew that this City group, this City defence at the moment concede 1, and he knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, they're fragile, innit?
Fragile. We're still, and that showed it. The subs he made shows we're fragile. And then I don't know. It's still like, I think at one point they'd had 3 attacks, scored 3 goals, and it's just see. This is a thing. This City need a new centre back. I'm happy with all the players we have. I still want a right back.
Yeah.
But what I would say is, right, so Ruben Diaz, yeah, has been driving with insurance for the last 5 seasons. And his insurance has left the club now. Kyle Walker's left the club, right? And now all of a sudden, Bo, he's like most delivery drivers. He ain't got no insurance. He got no insurance. And
it's true. Wasn't Kushnov supposed to be that though? He's got the pace.
See, for me, right, I've said there's a couple of options with what we have at the moment, yeah? You can either You can even play Kuznetsov. When I say this, people start going, he's not a right back, but you play
I'd play him
Kuznetsov.
at right, but
Right, you play
that's
Kuznetsov,
exactly what I'd play.
and ultimately what you're doing is you because people say, yeah, but going forward he's not great. I'm not really playing him as a right back, yeah. I'm playing him as a right centre back, and I'm getting someone else up the pitch. Maybe Bernardo as a wing back. I don't know. Whoever, we deal with that. But ultimately, Kuznetsov has the pace, and when Kuznetsov did play for us, we saw him come across and save centre backs a few times.
Yeah.
So you either play Kuznetsov at right back, and then Ruben Diaz, Vardiol, and Ait-Nouri. Alternatively, and this is the alternative. You drop Diaz and you give Kuznetsov a chance at right centre back alongside Vardiol. Either way, the biggest frustration now is that, and hindsight's a beautiful thing. When we were doing well in the Club World Cup, yeah, like no one cared about us trying out new things. But now we've gone out of the Club World Cup, and that pretty much was our pre-season. It's like, great, we're going into another season without knowing if Kuznetsov and Vardiol works as a partnership. But we've just arranged another friendly now, so maybe we'll see in that. But don't know, man.
Are you even linked with another defender?
We're being linked
Just
with
a
right
right
backs, not centre backs. But we've got So in the club at the moment, yeah, we've got Vardiol, who's played with the season last season. He ain't going nowhere. We've got Akanji, Ake, Diaz, Stones, Vitor Hayes, and Kuznetsov. So we've got 7 centre backs, bro. We're not, and Juma Bar, who's just gone out on loan for one more season. I think he'll probably come back next summer and actually stay here, but I think they're giving him another season over there. But it's a mad one because at the moment it's like Stones. I think Stones went to the Club World Cup. He didn't play 1 minute, right? So. But Stones has come out and said, he wants to stay. Well, he would. He's on about 250, 300 grand a week, and he's got a year left on his contract. So I get it. I get why John Stones wants to stay. And the mad thing is that John Stones at the moment is probably kind of thinking as well, I don't even really need to be a starter to get my place to the World Cup.
Yeah, facts. Because
if John Stones is fit,
he's got enough credit in the bank. He goes.
Yeah. So he's same with Akanji a bit. Akanji in Switzerland, credit in the bank. He don't need to go nowhere to get his game time. He's a starter for Switzerland. And Ake, I think Ake's got a year left on his contract as well. So it's a mad one at the moment where I think the board are trying to work out who, or Viana's trying to work out who goes. But I don't think we're bringing a centre back. I don't think we need to. Look, I'm not one of these people that. Can I openly admit that right now Diaz is being exposed by Pep's system? Yeah, 100%, right? And whether you want to put that on Diaz or Pep's system, I don't care. Diaz and this current Pep system without pace is a stinker, right? Diaz needs... That's why it worked with Walker, because Walker was that insurance policy. He ain't got that now. Play Kuznetsov. Alternatively, maybe Diaz does need to hold bench. Maybe Diaz does need to hold bench just so that he doesn't think that place is just... Because he has dropped off. And it's to the point where if you see me turn on a player, and I'm not turning on him saying, get out my club, but saying he's dropped off, like maybe then you know that he has dropped off. So for me, right now, he probably does need to hold bench for a minute because he's got worse and worse. And whether it's him or the system, his pace is an issue. I think there's a lot of things. I think the fact that we're probably losing the ball a bit higher up the pitch a bit more now, which means we're liable to be hit on counters.
Well, what do you think that's down to?
Pace.
Just the players not being as good at holding on to it?
Yeah, ultimately, bro.
Yeah.
Like Mahrez, Savinho, really?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not comparable. Yeah.
Rodri's relevant as well, by the way. The fact that Rodri... obviously, we haven't had our DM that wins the ball back. I think the front three, our forward players aren't good at pressing as previously. So our press, ultimately, the whole thing with Pep is it don't really matter too tough about defending as long as you win the ball back high up the pitch early doors. But from the start of last season, maybe even the season before, you could see we weren't as good at that. Like, I remember last season, one of our first home games was against Fulham and we won 3-2, but they were 2-0 up in like 15 minutes because they were just hitting us on transitions. And at that point, I was looking at it going, what is going on here? And I do think like Ruben Diaz seemed to have been playing a bit higher up this season. Don't know. It's like everyone seems to want to get involved and get carried away. And this is on Pep. Pep needs to be telling the two centre-backs at this point, nah, you don't need to get involved. You two stay back. Especially when you've got pace like Diaz, because he's slow. He's very slow. So
100%. So he can less afford, do you know what I mean, to be caught out of position because he can't recover.
Yeah, he can't. That's it. And he's got no one to. And whereas before that was fine because you had Walker to protect you. When you ain't got Walker to protect you, that's it. And this is a thing as well. It don't help that like the beauty with Walker is that Walker was a right back that had so much pace that he could come back and protect you. At the moment, you've got whether it be Nunez, whether it be Rico Lewis, whoever he decides to play at right back, unless it's Kuzanov. And let's say take Nunez as an example. The last game, he was asking Nunez to play pretty much as a wing back. So he's even higher up the pitch than a right back would be.
Yeah.
So same with Nori on the other side. Like both on both sides, they're being asked to be a lot further up the pitch, which leaves Diaz more exposed.
But that's what PSG do it. But the difference is they've got two centre backs, especially one with Pacho that's got pace.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And also, what's his name as well? The Brazilian centre back.
Is it McKinney?
Yeah, Marquinhos.
Marquinhos.
Well, it's not hard to have more pace than Diaz, but I'm saying both of the centre backs have a bit of pace. Do you know what I mean? And both of the fullbacks are rapid as well. Like Mendes is rapid. And what's his name as well is a rapid, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Whereas ours, I mean, it's the same on both sides, bro. Like, and this is where I do look at Pep and say, look, I get your system, and I'm not.
But you need pace. You need pace at the back to play like that, bro.
Right, and this is the thing. I'm not going to ask Pep. Right, if I had the choice right now of change the personnel, whether it be Diaz out, Kuzanov in, or Nunez out and Kuzanov in there, if I had a choice of change Pep's system or change the personnel, then I'm probably going to choose the personnel because Pep's system has been proven to work that many times that now I wouldn't be going with change the system. But either way, this is on Pep. You need to do something about it because that was not acceptable. And straight away, like all the other 3 or 4 games we had in that Club World Cup that were promising, it's just out the window now because I'm thinking, cool, but come back to the Premier League, we're going to be hit on transactions again. And so whereas the players have got a month off, hopefully Pep and Pep Linders will be thinking very heavily about what they need to do.
Yeah, they can cook up something, man, because it's mad. You spent a lot of money, but the team doesn't look happy. That's the best way I can put it. Well, in terms of balance, it doesn't. Yeah,
it's bad. Yeah, facts. This is a thing. In most of the other games in the tournament, it did, but that don't matter. Like we're talking about small margins when you come into next season. We want to be challenging again. You can't be going and we've seen what losing one game like that can do to your morale and whatever. So we can't be going in like that at all. Rodri picked up a bit of a knock as well, so that wasn't ideal. It's fun, bro. Football's a mad thing, innit? Like we say, 2 weeks ago, I was on this show, mad positive, one game, and I'm back to the drawing board, going, you know what, PTSD's come back to me. Yeah, we still need to do a lot more. By the way, Ederson as well in that game. I've got to talk. Ederson was absolutely shocking in that game.
But he always gives you the odd game like that, though. To be honest, he does. He's always had that in it.
Do you know what, bro? I've been arguing with a few City fans because they're saying so. Ederson said he's staying, but he might not sign a new contract, which means we've got one more year of him and he goes on a free. Right now,
I see you're going to allow that.
Bro, I'm cool. Right, so I'm cool with that from the point of view of the money side, yeah, because we've done that with. Whether it be Vincent Kompany, Yaya Toure, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Sergio Aguero, all of our players that stay for 8 to 10 years are allowed to go on a free. Yeah, it's just one of them ones where they get to a certain age. It's like we've sweated the asset, we've got everything out of them. They can go on a free. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, but So I'm not mad at that, but the other point they were saying is it looks like, is he committed to the club? And that's the one thing I would say, like that game. Well, in fact, the whole Club World Cup, his distribution's been a bit off point. And yeah, I don't know. For me at the moment, with all the changes happening, I'm called to keep Ederson because I don't want a rush decision. I'm not convinced on Diogo Costa yet. I'm still not convinced on him, bro. Like, it might just be a me thing, but it seems like every game I watch of him, he has a stinker in him, just like
Same.
Ederson.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I haven't seen loads of him, but every time I watch him, I'm like, yeah, he doesn't fill me with confidence.
He's got them bozo moments exactly the
elite
same as Ederson.
goalkeepers like fill you with confidence, bro. Like when I watch Courtois play, like not that I can remember him having a bad game for a while, but that you just see that he just makes the defense just a lot calmer, bro. This Diogo Costa, bro, it's just like,
yeah,
nah, man. Like every time I watch this guy, he looks like he's one shot away from punching the ball into his own goal. Every time I watch him, I'm not a fan of all that.
Yeah. See, that's the other thing that don't help with Diaz as well. Do you know how it's mad? For the type of defender that Diaz is, yeah, you'd think he's good in the air, but he's really bad in the air as well. So that don't help as well. I wouldn't. Hold on, let me read that. I mean, yeah, you're pretty spot on.
Yeah, we're cooked, mate. You know what I mean? We are cooked.
Oh, we're the noisy neighbours that moved in next door and like lived in a council house, yeah, whereas you'd already bought your council house and started doing that. But now your council house looks shit and we're putting on bare extensions.
Yeah, you got the new one, do you know what I'm saying? And we got the same fucking concrete, you know what I mean? The same design that we had when you lot moved in. Do you know what I mean? You lot have fucking knocked down the house and rebuilt it, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And I was just growing mold, mate. Like it's the reality. See
that Lucas Chevier, I like him, and I like the guy that went to has he gone to Barca? Garcia.
Yes, I believe he has.
I thought he was.
I believe he has.
I liked him as well. Do you know what? I like James Trafford as well.
Yeah, I'm not against Trafford still. Like if United were to sign him, I'd be happy enough with that. But he's from your academy, isn't he?
It's from our academy. He's unbelievable with his feet. I think last season he got 29 clean sheets. I get it's a championship, but still 29 clean sheets. Yeah, it's 29 clean sheets. So I don't know. My ideal would be that we get Trafford on a and he comes in. Sorry, as a second choice to Ederson. But a second choice that quite simply, if Ederson's form dips, then Trafford just comes in. Because I heard that if he goes Newcastle, he's going to be fighting out with Pope. So if he's willing to go Newcastle and fight out with Pope, surely be willing to come to City and fight out with Ederson. But
sure.
That's what I would like. I'd like Trafford. I know not everyone's as keen on Trafford. I do think there's some people that the fact that he's an English keeper, they're just put off by him. But at the moment, I've seen of Trafford and what I've seen of Diogo Costa, I think Trafford's fucking a better keeper.
I wouldn't argue that.
Off what I've seen.
I wouldn't argue that. Like Diogo Costa don't fill me with any sort of confidence. Trafford looks tidy, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what City do there, man. But I'm surprised. I'm surprised at the manner in which you lot lost, bro. Like, because it's just like, if you're bringing in all these players, and it's not sorting out the root of the problem, then
that's the issue. Do you know the other thing is, that like, so straight away I knew when I saw the lineup, I knew right, there's going to be the mob online that are going to go for Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. Yeah, they're just going to go these unks in the team and everything. Yeah. And even the next day on the stream, they're trying to hit me with the unks. And I said, can someone tell me what Bernardo Silva did wrong yesterday? And straight away, 2 or 3 people in the comments said his corners, yeah? And I said, right, at that point, I'm saying you've got an agenda because there could have been other things I missed in the game. But from your saying Bernardo Silva's issue was his corners when they were possibly the best corners I've seen City take in the last probably 3 years, yeah? Bernardo, actually, we scored from a corner. The only time we really looked threatening was from corners. I thought, yeah, you lot have got an agenda. But the things is, and this is where you look at Pep, right? Mm-hmm. All season, we've been watching Haaland, Savio, and Doku not work, right?
Right.
Like, And let me be clear: Savio on the right, Doku on the left, Haaland in the middle. It don't work. The whole
and Savio's a left-sided player.
Savio at Girona on the left, cooked. Savio, the couple of times he played for City on the left, cooked, right? But for whatever reason, Pep wants Savio on the right, Doku on the left. We all know he prefers people to cut in and all of that, yeah. But either way, like I remember Bratislava away, and me and Steve were watching Haaland's body language, right? Haaland and Savio as a front three never could. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah.
That is what you said.
But we were watching, me and Steve were watching Haaland's body language against Bratislava away quite early in the season, yeah? And every time Doku got the ball, you can see Haaland just drop his head as in, I ain't going to get this.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. Bro, I hear it. Like, because he knows, people know who, when they're playing with certain players. Van Nistelrooy was like that with CR7 when CR7 first came in. As soon as he got the ball, he knew that he weren't crossing it. He was going to do like 5 step overs, cutting, and nothing was going to happen, innit? Like,
I'm not going against Doku, but it's just quite simply, if you watch a player like Grealish, when they get the ball, the first thing they do is look up to see where Haaland
get their head
is.
up to see what it is.
Who's where? Scanning. And if Haaland is there, cool. Haaland's made one of them Haaland runs, just play the ball through to him and let him do what he's doing. Where Doku, the minute Doku gets the ball, his head is down and I'm going to beat a man, right? Yeah. And then by the time he's beat the man, he's looking up and it's like, but this isn't even Doku slander, because I think Doku was quite good in the tournament. But ultimately, that front three of Doku, Haaland, Savio has not worked all season, right? Meanwhile, the times that we have seen, and this is not my preferred front three, would probably be Haaland, Marmoush, and Cherki, or Haaland, Marmoush, and Foden, right? But the front three of Marmoush, Doku, and Savio works, right? It worked last season when we got Marmoush, and it worked in the tournament, right?
This is what I'm saying. I believe your best front three doesn't include Erling, bro.
Right,
That's what I believe.
And this is a thing, whether it's my preferred or not, I can't deny that every time I've seen that front three of Marmoush, Doku, and Savio, it's cooked, it's fluid, and it works, yeah? And then we get to the game against Al Hilal, and he's reverted back to the front three of Haaland, Doku, Savio. And it's like, And this is a thing, again, PTSD. Again, where I want to say, now I've got all my faith in Pep, but it's like, bro, we can all remember what happened last season with that front three. We can all remember what happened last season with transitions. Why can't you? And
I don't know. You got the most stubborn manager in world football. But at the end of the day, him having won so much, is actually working against him in this instance. Do you know what I mean? Because he's so used to things just working out for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And I think he needs to come to a realization at some point that, yo, bro, if you don't change something, then nothing's going to change, bro. Like, you can't just buy players to paper over the issues here, because it's not just the players.
Well, if you are going to buy players, use them.
Yeah.
Cherki and Foden, I don't think either of them came on till about the 100th minute. Why? I don't know. But like, and it got to a point where, you see, like Doku, back end of last season, when Doku was coming on, he was impacting games, right? In the Club World Cup, Doku's been impacting games. But you know, when it gets to a point in a game where someone has been trying to impact the game all game and it's not really working. Yeah. You're into extra time now, and the whole process seems to be just get the ball to Doku and see what he can do. And it's like, but we've been trying that for 100 minutes. It hasn't really come off yet. And by this point, now Doku's knackered, bro. So if it wasn't working in the first half, why are we thinking it's going to work now? He's tired. And furthermore, now they've clocked onto it. So I don't know, man. It's for me that I was worried we weren't going to have any friendlies. We're playing is it Palermo? I think they're called our team.
Yeah, Palermo. Yeah, Palermo. Yeah,
yeah. We're playing them in first week of August now, and I'm hoping I do see Kuzanov on the pitch, because that pace is needed. I know we're in for Dumfries. It's looking like we may well get Dumfries now, because Livramento, I don't think we're going to get Livramento.
Yeah, he's a unit, bruv. He would go a long way to covering your centre backs.
Is he? What's he like? Because I haven't watched him too much. What's his pace like?
He's proper physical. Yeah, he's an athlete and a half.
Yeah.
Man. You know what I mean? He's a proper
Okay.
athlete. So
and good price, 25 million. So hopefully,
bro,
hopefully
it's peanuts, man. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, we're playing we're playing an inverted wingback system, or else I would have wanted United after him, bro. He's had a good couple years, to be honest. He's on a good run. It's not even form anymore. Like he's had a good solid 2 years. Like, do you know what I mean? So he looks like he's maturing into the player.
Do you know what? He was good against us. I'm just thinking, he played against us in the Champions League final, didn't he?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he was good then. He was good that day. Thinking about it,
he's a quality player.
Yeah.
No, he's a quality player, man. Do you know what I mean? Like he's quick, he's tall, he's very strong, and he's actually, bro, he scores goals as well. Like, pops up with some bangers as well. So
I can't lie at this point. Like the one thing I'll take out of this Club World Cup, is, and this is where even me talking about the front three is a bit very simple. That game, like when people were trying to talk straight away the next morning, I wanted to focus on talking about the defence, and everyone in the comments wanted to cook Gundogan or cook Bernardo or cook Haaland or talk anything else. I said, hold on. When a game is 4-3, I think there's only one place you can start, because if you score 3 goals, I'm expecting 90% of the time, if you score 3 goals, you're winning that game, right?
Absolutely.
Now, if you concede 4 goals, 99% of the time, you're losing that game, And we conceded 4 goals. And that's what I take from this at the moment. So, like, it's great what Aït-Nouri has done in the Club World Cup going forward, looked very composed. But if we're conceding 4 goals, I don't even want another fullback that goes forward. I want a fullback that stays as a fucking fullback, bro. Because we've clearly got a big issue at the moment, like defensively.
You kind of need to have one goal and one.
Yeah. That's why I think Kuzanov would work, bro. Because then Kuzanov is allowing Aït-Nouri to do his thing down the left, and Kuzanov is
and he
just
provides the balance.
Yeah, he's just sat there, not really like a right back. He's there because Kuzanov, from what I have seen of Kuzanov in the
almost like a third centre back when Aït-Nouri goes, he can just slide across. Yeah.
And he is, like, don't get it twisted. What I have seen with Kuzanov so far, he's very composed on the ball and he's got a good pass in him, right? So, but we don't necessarily have to have, like, you know what? Just because PSG play with 2 fullbacks that fly forward, now everyone wants their team to play like that now. And
everyone wants their team to play that PSG.
It's all well and good to play like that if you've got the resources to play like that. But if you haven't, then you've just got to... It's a bit like you lot last season with Amorim, innit? Look, if we ain't got the right resources for how you want to play...
Don't play that football, yeah. I agree. We shouldn't be playing the football. Like, I always said it, like, football's about the players, innit? Well, it used to be anyway.
Yeah.
And you look at the players you've got, you know what I mean? You play the cards that you're dealt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is now, they want to have an ideology and they want to play a certain style of football no matter what tools they have at their disposal. And then they'll turn around with that same energy and say that, the players aren't good enough. But they're better than what you're getting out of them.
You know where football's going that way? When Burnley get relegated and Vincent Kompany gets offered the Bayern Munich job. Yeah. Why? Because he was stubborn and just kept playing his style of football, right? To the point where the team got relegated. But Bayern Munich have gone, nah. You know what? This guy's stuck to his guns and what he wants to play. So, we're going to give him the Bayern Munich job. From the minute that happens, that is the way football's going. Because that was, and to be fair, I mean, it's worked for them. But
listen, Burnley played us off the park with their championship players. Do you know what I mean? And it's one of them ones where you did get the Pep recommendation as well to get over the line, and that always helps.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like, it's just, bro, it's just one of them things where this is the way the game's gone now. They're going for managers that have, they're going for idealistic managers, innit? They're looking at the ideals of the managers and they're saying, this guy wants to play this brand of football. Whereas I'm not about a brand of football, bro. I'm about getting the best out of the players that you have. Obviously, my brand of football will always improve because I'll only want a player with a certain level of skill set. But you have to earn the right to do that. In the short term, you need to win football matches.
Yeah, and the thing is, that's the thing at City at the moment, that I'm not here saying, right, I'm not even saying we need a right back at this point. I'd like a right back, but I'm not
You
saying
could
we
easily
need a right back.
there. Yeah.
I think we've got the players there that Pep could work with. I just think he's not utilising them right at the moment. Like I said, Kuzanov didn't get enough game time in that Club World Cup. The minute he came in for us, like his pace, before he came in for us, I knew about his pace. And I said straight away, do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if long term he becomes our right back because he's strong, he's quick, he's good on the ball. He could do exactly what Kyle Walker did. Because I mean, let's be real. Kyle Walker going forward wasn't like an assist merchant.
No, he wasn't. Like his final ball was always shit. Yeah. Kyle Walker, even from Tottenham.
I always said Kyle Walker going forward was a scrambler. Yeah, because he just literally he made one of them runs that a defender had to go with. Right, whether he's going to get the ball or not, whether it be on the outside or it be on the inside, with the passes that we had in the team, if he made that run as a defender, you had to go with him.
Yeah.
7 times out of 10, he didn't get the ball, right? But he's dragged someone out of play, right? Yeah. Kuzanov can do that. And he's got the pace to recover. So this whole thing where people say, but he's not a right back. Well, I'm sorry, but when you're coming with a Manchester City team that have achieved trebles, 4-peats with Zinchenko at left back, right? With fucking Delph at left back, I don't really want to hear, oh yeah, but he's not a fullback for me. Because again, I'm putting him in there to defend. I'm not putting him in there to do the stuff further up the pitch. We've got enough players further up the pitch to do that.
No, you're spot on. And even Kyle Walker, bro, he's played as a right centre-back before. He's not a centre-back. Yeah. So this cushion of isn't a right-back shit is redundant, bro. Like, you see centre-halves used as fullbacks all the time. It's probably the easiest position for them to play in. It's probably even easier for them than playing centre-half.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you're taking a Zinchenko and a Delph, who are not defenders and they've played left back, right? Then how can you tell me that a right-sided centre back can't play right back? Right? He's a defender, so play him. Come on, he could do it, and that's what I wanted to see, man. All these breaking. I thought that was going to be some news.
Bro, there's loads of stuff going on. Obviously, kudos to Spurs, 55 million. 55 is a good fee.
Yeah, it is.
55 is a good fee, man. 55 million.
Good signing as well.
For Kudus. Good signing, good fee. Do you know what I mean? It's a good statement signing for the manager. Do you know what I mean? For Tottenham anyway, to show that they're backing their manager. They've gone and, even though Kudus didn't have a great season last season, I believe there's a good player there. So yeah, I think it's a very good signing.
Well, he down tools with him last season.
I was thinking the same. He didn't look interested in it.
No. But you know what, bro? He lost it. We know when he lost interest. It was that game where he lost his head and just started. Like, we hadn't seen no aggressive side of Kudus. Then all of a sudden, I can't remember who it was against where we got
sent off or something. Yeah.
Bro, he lost his shit and kicked about 4
people. Yeah, because he's like, bro, like, I'm just playing. Like, I should not be playing in a team. Players of this quality. This is crazy. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? He just lost his head completely.
I've seen today coming out all over the place as well that City have agreed personal terms with Morgan Gibbs-White, which is bizarre as hell.
I know you were interested in him, but didn't that go out the window when you signed what's his name from Lyon?
Reinders and Cherky, that's when I don't know where it's popped up, but Matt, don't know. And my whole thing is, if we'd got a right back, I wouldn't be mad at us getting Morgan Gibbs-White. I think, well, we're trying to trim the squad, so I don't really know where he's fitting in. But I'm not mad at Morgan Gibbs-White as a squad player. But I would be a bit pissed off if we get him before we get a right back. Like, when we've already bought 2 midfielders, I don't see why we go out and buy another one. But Rodrygo's benched again. Fucking hell, the plot thickens.
Brother, free Rodrygo, bro. Listen, I think you lot are gonna go in for him, you know. Because to me, Doku's not good enough, and I think that Rodrygo is such a City signing, bro. If he doesn't end up at Bayern, I think he ends up at Man City. You know, I really do, bro. I feel like Pep wants his title back, and these men have promised him they're gonna back him.
But sorry, I've just seen someone said Pep spending a country's GDP. Pep, this transfer window, has spent 110 million. From what I'm hearing, Liverpool have already completely outspent that. From what I'm hearing, Arsenal seem to be buying the whole world at the moment. So I don't know. But the Rodrygo one, I was convinced that he'd go Arsenal, But
Brother, they just signed fucking, what they calling him, Nonilson, bravo.
Well, if they get him,
you get me.
Because I was just saying this to Cass. So they've got Zubamendi, yeah. They're getting Goalkeeper, yeah.
Yeah, apparently, but even that, like, it's just bare noise, but like, there's not really been any movement.
Oh, someone said Thierry Henry, allow it.
Number 14, please give him the 14 shirt, bro.
See, for me, yeah, when when Elanga, it was agreed Elanga to go to Newcastle, right? On this Forest Instagram account, I saw loads of Forest fans saying, "Go and whack 50 million on Noni," yeah. And I thought, yeah, for me, that is the kind of level Noni should be. Noni is maybe a Nottingham Forest level, right?
Barely.
Arsenal, right? Arsenal, who are being linked heavily with Rodrygo. And if they get Rodrygo and they get Goalkeeper, for me, that is then, okay, they're moving the needle here.
They ain't got the money to do those deals. Rodrygo and Goalkeeper is over 150 million.
Yeah.
Because Rodrygo is going to cost at least 70. You know what I'm saying? At least 70. One will be closer to 80 maybe. And Goalkeeper is going to cost around 70. Do you know what I mean? That's what they're saying. They want about 70 for Goalkeeper. You're looking at 150 for them two at least. Can't see it happening, bro. The fact that they signed Madueke, you would only think that he's starting for them, bro. Because they got linked with Eze as well. Like, bro, they can't sign with these players.
Eze, this is the thing.
Because they've got no one to sell DAPS.
Yeah. Well, and this is the thing, right? That do I think that Pep? I'm pretty certain Pep spoke with Rodrygo last season. I'm pretty certain that Pep does want Rodrygo, right? But I think Pep's dodging Viana's calls at the moment because Viana wants Pep to tell him, who do you want out of this squad? Yeah, you've got because Pep keeps telling, oh no, I love him, I want him to stay. But all right, but then Pep's saying, but we need to trim the squad. So I think he's dodging Viana's calls, but now he wants to call Viana and say, get Rodrygo, but he can't call Viana because he knows Viana will say to him,
yeah, but some people need to go.
Yeah, before I get you anyone else, who's fucking leaving? Tell me who you want to go. So I don't know. And the mad thing is, the more Rodrygo's not being played, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up he goes somewhere not even in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's a Bayern Munich thing that we've been seeing links because obviously, what's his name just signed a new deal, Williams. He was linked there. So
yeah,
I think Rodrygo to Bayern Munich just makes the world of sense. You know what I mean? And him, Elise, and Kane is one hell of a front three.
Yeah. I think Rodrygo, wherever he goes, that's going to be... You're going to see Rodrygo kick on. Like, I think I've said before, remember Sanchez at Barcelona? Yeah. And the minute he left there, it was like he was good at Barcelona, but because of the other players there...
It didn't fit.
With the other players there, you're never going to be like... And this is the thing with Rodrygo, even if he stays this summer, next summer when Real Madrid want another new toy...
Yeah, he'll be linked with a move away again, and it's like, it's just a disrespect, isn't it?
It's a male pride thing. At some point, you're like, yo, why is it always me? Just let me go somewhere and let me... And he knows if he goes Arsenal, this is why I thought he might go Arsenal. Bit like Sanchez, if he goes to Arsenal, he can go in there and say... Yeah, right. Who's the top earner here? Saka. Cool. I want what he's on straight away. Yeah. Whereas he can't really do that at many other clubs. Well, of course he can, but not many other clubs that I think would actually go in for him. So I don't know, man. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. Would I have Rodrygo over Doku all day long? All day long. I'd have him over Savio. I think Rodrygo walks into any club in the Premier League. Any starting 11 in the Premier League. So, but.
There's not many clubs in Europe that he doesn't walk into, to be honest. Like, what Real Madrid are doing...
Should probably walk into Real Madrid with the form of some of the other players.
What Real Madrid are doing is purely... We've seen Real Madrid do it a million times. It's purely down to profile and PR, bro. Do you know what I mean? Rodrygo probably don't sell as many shirts as Vinny and Mbappe, so he's the scapegoat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all it is. Real Madrid always do that, man. They always do that, bro. If you're not a big name player in terms of... like, you're not moving units commercially, like, you're disposable to Real Madrid.
Yeah,
like, you are really disposable. They don't care about the player being a functional player or whatnot. Because Rodrygo, you would think, yeah, with the football that the manager actually plays, because of Rodrygo's versatility and his high technical floor, because he's playing Arda Güler, for instance. So, and Arda's a very technical player. So, if you like Arda, it doesn't make sense that you don't like Rodrygo. Do you know what I mean? It
The
doesn't
amount
make
of
sense.
bench he's seen as well, there's something, bro, he's got to go, realistically. Unless it came out that he's carrying a knock, which it won't have, because we would have known about it. He has to go. He's just not getting a sniff. There's been games where Mbappe's not starting, Rodrygo's still not on the team. He has to go, but be interesting to see where he goes. Will be interesting. I mean, like I said, I'd take him at City. Would I take him over getting a right back at this point? No, I'd still rather get a right back because we need a right back badly. But I know that, the City fans that want a new shiny toy to boast about on Twitter are all over the Rodrygo thing. They want him badly. I'd take him, but it can't be a priority. There's other priorities.
No, facts. Hey guys, you see this shit about Carlo? Everyone keeps saying this. Yeah, he's probably gonna end up getting a suspended sentence. He won't go to jail, bro.
What?
That is taxes. Ronaldo got the same thing. Messi got the same thing. It happens in Spain all the time. These guys never go jail, man.
Bro, if you're that highly thought of by Real Madrid, you're blessed. You ain't going jail.
Trust me, bro.
Real Madrid run fucking Spain. Like you ain't going nowhere. Especially not Carlo Ancelotti.
Carlo ain't going jail. And you know what the mad thing is? These men always bang the same scam, and all of these men always get caught. So it's like, why are they still doing it, bro? Like, I just don't understand it, bro. A lot of the time it's image rights and just offshore things, but they always get busted, bro. Like all these Spanish players get busted. I swear Suarez got busted when he was out there as well. Now, I mean, these men, they getting busted for doing these things and they keep doing it. It's like, bro, like you can't learn. Everyone else is getting busted. So they're looking out for you. And the thing is with football, football's difficult because I can literally Google how much money you make. You know them ones.
Yeah. Bro, someone just said it. If Diddy bust case, then Carlo's definitely bust.
Yeah, bro, but this is what I'm trying to say, man. Like football's a weird one because it's probably one of the only professions, that you can literally Google a man's earnings and know how much money they're making, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not normal. So it's hard to hide money when everyone knows how much money you're making. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then they see what you're declaring. And then it's like, nah, this is not right. So
it'll just be a settlement. It's a very, bro, do you know what? It's probably one of their things where Carlo's literally just thought, I ain't doing my tax returns. I can't be asked. Yeah. And when I leave, cool. I'll give you some P then.
Yeah, I'll just pay you to piss off.
Yeah, literally, it's one of them. No, I'm not doing my tax returns. Oh, but you're going to get a fine. Okay, fine me. I can't be asked. I'm busy, right? Yeah. And then now he's leaving. They're like, right, now he's actually leaving Spain. Let's, and they'll hit him with an settlement, and he'll go, okay, cool, there's the P. Or probably Real Madrid.
Ultimately, that's all they want anyway, money. Yeah. They don't want to send him to jail. They just want money.
They want money. They want money. And Real Madrid will probably pick up half of it for him as well. Jack's gone, bro. Jack Grealish is gone. It's just a matter of...
Do we know where, though? I was having this conversation with my brother today.
What did I see earlier on? I think I saw... I've seen Villa, Tottenham, Newcastle, Forest, I think, trying to throw the hat in.
Because Villa didn't renew Rashford or Asensio, they didn't try and keep either of them. I feel like there's wages there for Jack. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, right now, I've said this on my channel. Right now, because Grealish has come out and said he's in no rush. But I get it. He's currently in Spain, in Ibiza. Or over the last couple of weeks, he will have been in Ibiza, with other footballers, right? And he's getting paid. He's still getting paid, right? So when you're away with other footballers, no one's really playing football, right? Mm-hmm. And you're still getting money in your bank every week. Why would you care? No one's playing football, so it don't even matter that I'm not playing football. I'm still getting paid. Give it a month where all of the lot that he would be on holiday with are now back in training, and they're starting to talk about the World Cup next summer.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden it'll start to hit him. Actually, you know what? Having this money in the bank's great, but I can't go partying now. right?
Yeah.
Then he'll end up going. Like Grealish is gone.
It depends on where Jack sees himself. If Jack sees himself breaking back into the England team, or if he sees it as, this is my last payday before I hang the boots up, that will tell me by where he decides to go. Do you know what I mean? He got linked with Everton. If he goes to Everton, then he's like, all right, cool. Like, man, see me retired now. I just want to
World
go
Cup.
out.
I think World Cup. I think Everton's one he could go to, knowing if he goes Everton and plays up and play as
He'll be in a
months,
relegation battle if he goes Everton. But
still,
thing.
if he's cooking, right?
No, but I think he does cook at Everton. But you know what? But you know what it is? Like, when I think about Jack as a player and Jack the person, it's like, if Jack goes to Everton, I believe Jack don't have to be at 100% to absolutely kill it at Everton. And that worries me, because Jack can go Everton, still be out partying, doing whatever he wants, and almost do the Gascoigne thing or do what Ronaldinho did towards the end of his career, where it's like, bro, like, man, I could be 70%, turn up to training 70, like hungover, and still walk through these guys, innit? And that's my worry. Like, if he goes to a Villa or something like that, and that are competing for European places, I think it keeps him on the straight and narrow. If he goes to Everton that can't win anything anyway, he goes there, he does the Ronaldinho thing where he's out partying and then he absolutely shells it on the weekend. And I think he just looks at it as, you know what I mean? I'm just playing for fun now, innit? So, because what, is he 29 now?
Yeah, well, he might even be 30 by now. But I think the only thing is the World Cup next summer. It will be his last chance to play in a World Cup. And I don't really know if Grealish has played in a World Cup for England. I don't really think
he's never really been a starter for us at any point, to be honest. So managers have never they've never really given him the benefit of the doubt, which is ridiculous. Do you know what I mean?
But I think if he has a solid 6 months or solid 4 months at any club, he could still be on that plane next summer. He still could be. And this is a thing, even more so if he goes to a club that play him on the left, because I think we are quite limited on the left. There's still, I mean, ultimately, Rashford probably wants to try and make that his place.
Man, like, the thing is, Tuchel likes Rashford, but Rashford shouldn't be nowhere near the England squad. I'll be honest. He ain't done nothing for 2 years and he don't have the ability. Like, that's the reality. Like, he's nowhere near Anthony Gordon. Like, nowhere near him as a player. Do you know what I mean? And that's the reality, bro. So, I don't want to see you.
Hold on.
I want to see Rashford.
Oh, Rashford. Yeah. Do you know what? I was having this conversation with Cass earlier, and Rashford for me he's a confidence player. I've never been too much of a fan of Rashford. Like, I think he's a confidence player, but I don't think technically, I mean, when he's confident, he bags, right? But apart from that, I don't really think Rashford technically is great at all. He's just a confidence player.
Brother, he's Timo Werner, bro. And that's why Tuchel probably likes him.
Yeah,
man,
that would make sense.
I just think Tuchel, mate. I think Rashford's awful. Like, that's the reality, man. I think Tuchel always likes them wild card players that have a bit of pace that can kind of do something out of nothing, but he doesn't do it enough for me to see him as a viable option. I think that England have enough quality in the squad, to not need him.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because as a footballer, there's a lot of players that he doesn't come close to. So, They need to decide where they're gonna play Foden. Do they play him? Why do they play him centrally?
Does he play?
Yeah, does he even play? Do you know what I mean? England in central areas
to do as well, man. He's
in central areas. Tuchel will feel like he's got loads of options. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's only in the wide areas. You look at Bowen. You look at brother, who we looking at, bro? Bowen, Saka, and what's his name at Newcastle? That's it. Those are the only three wingers that man have here that are week in, week out doing their thing, bro. Some people can say, Palmer. All right, cool. If you want to play Palmer right wing, but they don't even play him there for Chelsea. Do you see what I'm saying?
See, the thing is, I think Palmer this season might play.
But also, Saka has to play right wing.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. I do think Palmer this season might play right wing a lot more, right? And I do think he's good on the right wing. I think he played for us a little bit.
So do I. I think he's good on the right wing.
Is
but
he better than Saka?
They're not going to drop Saka.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean? They're not going to drop Saka. Or they could play Saka on the left. Do you know what I'm saying? They could play Saka left wing, Palmer right wing, but
my whole thing. So Cass always says about Saka left back, yeah, and I think Saka was good for a very brief period at left back. But the one thing I would say is, I don't think we should be shoehorning Saka into the team with what Saka has been pretty damn consistent on the right, whether it be for club or country. Yeah, should we really be shoehorning him in to fit other players? And I don't think so. I think Saka is one of the better performers. Like, for me, Bellingham, straight away, I don't want to see Bellingham. Like, do you know what?
Bellingham is cheeks, blood. I don't want to see him starting for England, but you know what I mean? We're going to see Bellingham. We're going to see Bellingham, Rice, and fucking Gallagher. You watch. That's what we're going to see.
My whole thing with Bellingham, I heard you on a watch-along last week, and I thought, you're so fucking spot on. Right. I was a big fan of Bellingham, yeah? Coming up as a 16, 17, maybe just about 18-year-old at Bayern, yeah, and when you'd see him play for England, and when he was playing as an engine in the middle of the park, right? Cool.
He was a number 8. He was a number 8. He was an industrious box-to-box midfielder.
And I'm cool with that, right? I'm cool with that, right? But he went to Real Madrid, and Real Madrid turned him into a... They made him a box-crashing 10, right? Yeah. And that's for me, that's ruined him. That has completely ruined him, yeah? He was someone said a Jordan Henderson. You're probably spot on. He was our next Jordan Henderson.
He was a Jordan Henderson.
They've gone and turned him in. And the most frustrating thing, Rants, yeah, is the amount of games where I think the prime example was that game earlier in the summer where it was an absolute shocking game. I watched it in my hotel room, right? We were 0-0. Macedonia, was it? And Bellingham scored. Okay, maybe... But, bro, you know these games where you just think, I know, however shit he's been all game, he's going to score the fucking winner. And then people are going to go, see? That's the difference between Bellingham and another man. And it's like,
but this is what he does, though. He'll stink the place out. But you know what it is? His engine allows him to keep making these runs late in games when other players are starting to get tired.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And he does it. Like, it's not a coincidence he scores late goals. It's not because he's really smart or because he's really good. Like, it's because he's still got petrol in the tank when everyone else does.
And,
you know what I mean?
The thing is with Bellingham, I personally thought in the Euros last year, yeah, is for me he's an engine. He's an 8. He's a Jordan Henderson, yeah. Fuck it, he's a Gareth Barry if you want to do that. Right?
He was kind of like if Valverde had no tech. That's what it would be, because Valverde is a very good striker of the ball. He's mad technical, but do you know what I mean? He's a clumsy, no technical version of Valverde. Engine player in the midfield.
Yeah, but then the problem is for England is that then you've got technical players, but Bellingham's popping up in their positions. And fucking, like, for me in that Euros, the frustration was when Bellingham, when there were times where I was wanting to see Foden in certain pockets, and he couldn't go in those pockets because Bellingham was taking them up and offering nothing, because Bellingham in those positions, for me, like, be a box crasher. If you want to be a box crasher, be a box crashing 8. You don't have to be a 10. Just be an 8. Be a Gundogan, for fuck's sake. Gundogan crashes a box. You don't have to be a 10. I mean, they're technically way better than him, of course. But you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a 10 to crash the box. You can be an 8 and be an engine. Rodri even crashes the box, for fuck's sake. Yeah, he's a 6. Yeah. You don't have to play in that 10 role. Someone said, be a Fellaini. Do you know what? I had a barbecue on Sunday, Rants. I had someone trying to argue that Fellaini was a better footballer than Carrick.
Bro. Brother, who?
Bro, the worst thing is he was a fucking United fan as well. Bro, I was like, I'll say it now. For me, Carrick, yeah, if Carrick was about in this era right now, yeah, there'd be Rodri comparisons. Carrick was ahead of his time. Carrick in this era right now.
Brother, you know what it
Rodrigo
was, yeah? A lot of people that are talking
wasn't
of Michael
Cass. It
Carrick
wasn't Cass.
weren't. A lot of people talking of Carrick weren't old enough to watch him play, or they weren't old enough to appreciate what he did. Like the stuff that Carrick was doing then, yeah. People are like, the man are getting excited over Zubimendi and that now. Like Zubimendi is nothing compared to Carrick. Do you know what I mean? Even Rodri can't pass like Carrick. Do you know what I'm saying?
And this is where I say, like, and by the way, I know any City fans watching this are going to be like, that's blasphemy. But honestly, I think Carrick was like Rodri level as a fucking. But
he could pass with both feet, and he had long range passing and short range passing. Michael Carrick was literally, if Michael Carrick was Spanish, they would have loved him. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the reality. But he got disrespected here because they like blood and thunder players, isn't it? And this is it. Like Michael Carrick is arguably England's most underrated player ever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like ever, in terms of the level he was actually at. He was an elite level player. So yeah, it's one of them ones where it's a bit of a crazy one with Carrick, man. Now I don't like the way they talk about Michael Carrick. They talk about this guy like he was Jack Rodwell or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Carrick and Dembele never played together at Tottenham, did they?
No.
Could you imagine that?
I don't think so. Most of them played with Christian Eriksen.
Yeah, so he would have been at Fulham probably when Carrick
was he played with Christian Eriksen. Who was it? It was Dembele. It was Dembele, Eriksen, Ali.
Oh, hold tight, Sai with the Man United badge saying he'd pick Carrick over Rodri. Yeah, I get it. So, guess what? I'm a City fan, and I'll say I'll pick Rodri over Carrick.
I hear it. I hear that.
But now, bro, do you know what? Tottenham.
It was Wanyama, yes. Wanyama and Dembele. It was, isn't it? Wanyama, yeah. Yes.
You see Tottenham, right? There was this period of Tottenham, right? If they would have, probably like an 8-year period, maybe even less than that, that if they would have not got rid of certain players and kept certain players.
Oh, bro, they had Bale, they had Modric. Like, bro, they had Van der Vaart. Like, bro, like within a certain period. It's just like United. When I look at United, bro, we had Cavani, CR7, Pogba, like all these players, like just not all at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's a fuckery, and it's the same with Tottenham.
Yeah, for real.
They had Harry Kane, Son, bro, like all these players, but they just never had all these players at the same time.
But at one
imagine
point
if they had Dembele and Carrick in the same team.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Dembele and Carrick, Modric,
You had Berbatov, Bale, even like 5 years.
Yeah. Then even if you go to like their defense at one point, their defense when they had
the Belgian lads, in it, Vertonghen, yeah. And if Vertonghen, Alderweireld, then they had Rose and Trippier as wing backs.
If they would have kept a couple of players to play at the same time together, it would have been a different thing for Tottenham, you know. Different thing. Anyway, have you got a watch along to do?
No, I'm not doing the watch along, guys.
You're not doing
what I'm saying? No, because I'm at the old house, innit? So my new setup's at the new gaff, innit, with all my software on there, brother. I got a mad setup. I got 2 laptops. I got a laptop here and a laptop here, bro. Man's improvising. And I got my vlogging camera here as the webcam, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a madness, bro. I just had to do a mad setup today to make sure I got the shows out. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think tomorrow I'm gonna have to go to the other house because I got a few shows to get through, and I'm getting rid of my desk and my lights and my screens, and I'm getting rid of them now. So yeah, bruv. Or else tomorrow, the next fucking stream, I'll be sitting on the floor, mate. You know what I'm saying? I have no chair, no lights, no desk. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to be sitting in front of the window for light and that. So you get me? That is what it is. So I need to go. I need to go to the other house, man. So yeah, man. Big up you lot. I'm gonna what do you call it? I'm going to redirect to Saeed's watch along anyway. Do you know what I mean? Big up everyone inside. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's been lit. Also, shout out everyone that's been hitting me up after obviously my fight got announced and that. You get me? So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a great night. You know,
down in Cardiff, yeah.
Yeah, vlog coming soon as well. Filmed one today. You know what I mean? So that'll be out next week, people. You know what I mean? So nah, man, appreciate you lot, man. What you got coming up? Also, you lot subscribe to DAPS' channel. The link's in the title.
Yeah, do you know what? I've been lazy the last couple of days, bro. I've just couldn't force doing shows when there's nothing to talk about. So the first thing is I'm going to be back to doing shows tomorrow morning, and then back to doing them every morning. Apart from that, nothing much. Just City transfer news at this point until we've got to ride out the next. I think we ain't got a game for a month, bro. So a month of transfer news. So just daily shows, talking City news. Really, that's it. And then Never a Foul, of course, just doing what Never a Foul does. That's the place that's popping at the moment with all the other transfer news and rival beefs and all that stuff. So go and subscribe to that as well. And love for having me on, bro.
Come on, G. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, big up everyone inside. Make sure you subscribe. Obviously, the link is in the title. Drop a Rants raid in Saeed's chat, people. And yeah, man.